This is the story of Asia's oldest yacht club and Singapore's oldest social club. A club that has played a defining role in Singapore's sea sporting achievements and maritime culture. It is a tale of challenges and triumphs, of an enduring competitive drive and community spirit, born across 2 centuries of incredible history. The story of the Republic of Singapore Yacht Club began in 1826, only 7 years after the arrival of Sir Stamford Raffles to Singapore. The Singapore Yacht Club, as it was then known, was founded on the 7th of February by British merchants keen to sail and chart the waters around the young settlement. The club's first president was Dr. William Montgomery, who worked as the personal physician to Raffles. The club flourished under the guidance of Scottish merchant William Reed. However, by the end of the century, interest in yachting declined. Members of the Singapore Yacht Club joined the Singapore Rowing Club, and in 1897 the Yacht Club was disbanded. After the First World War, a group of sailing enthusiasts came together with one mission: to revive the Singapore Yacht Club. Max Blake was elected the first Commodore and Walter Nutt the first president. The first clubhouse was opened in 1920 by Governor Sir Lawrence Guillemard.
You should take the bus from the house down South Buona Vista Road, which is a lovely twisty road. I used to do hill climbs there. That's what it looked like. It really did look like that. Beyond, there was a shed. It was actually a hangar for seaplanes where boats were kept, where sails, which were cotton in those days, were dried, and they were launched down the slipway. We just sat on the grass under the trees. I don't think any of it was air conditioned. So the big ceiling fans, and the bar, and the trophies.
The Singapore Rowing Club, which had helped the Yacht Club in its hour of need, merged with the Singapore Yacht Club in 1921. The Prince of Wales became royal patron in 1922, and the club changed its name to the Royal Singapore Yacht Club. In the 1930s, the RSYC established itself as a premier sea sports club with a regular program of races and social activities. Soon, the clouds of war were encircling Singapore. Sensing danger, club members sprang into action to protect the RSYC's treasures.
We have trophies going back many, many years. At the time, the story was that when the Japanese invaded Singapore, people tried to hide trophies because they realized that the stuff would get looted. Of course, at the end of the war, and as the club started to try and resurface, it was the devil of a job to try and find some of this stuff.
Soon after the liberation of Singapore, the clubhouse was repaired and reopened, its fleet restored. Sailing was resumed at the club. The post-war years were a time of great change for Singapore and the club. In 1956, RSYC sailors made history with their participation in the Olympic Games. In 1965, Singapore became an independent republic, and in the following year, the RSYC said goodbye to Trafalgar Street. A new clubhouse was built along the Pandan River, and the first president of Singapore, Yusof bin Ishak, honored the club by becoming the RSYC's first Singaporean patron. The club then changed its name to the Republic of Singapore Yacht Club. Soon, more local members joined, and powerboating became popular at the RSYC.
Since young, I've been interested in boating. Picture here is actually mainly wooden and quite open. Not many enclosed rooms. Upstairs is the open, not open air, but with a roof.
Sailing activities also remained popular at the club, including the famous Round the Island race.
Round the Island race was a classic. We would leave RSYC 1 o'clock in the afternoon on, I think it was on a Saturday. We'd take the boats up, which was a bit of an adventure. It was quite a long way to go. We had to go all the way up to the causeway around the west side. And we would arrive there just before dark, and then we'd drop the anchor just off the causeway. We'd have a meal, a few drinks, and try and get some sleep. Never did.
By the 1980s, access and siltation issues were impacting sailing and boating at Sungai Pandan. The search for a new home began under the guidance of the RSYC's first Singaporean Commodore, Francis Lee, A new site was finally secured in the 1990s at 52 West Coast Ferry Road. Membership drives were launched to finance the move, and an ambitious new clubhouse was designed by RSYC member Edward Wong.
Firstly, you have a canvas canopy, a fabric canopy. Again, this use of fabrics is to replicate the use of fabric in sailboats. So you've got an entrance canopy that is made of fabric, which is similar to sail material that is used in sailboats. And you come across a bridge, a wooden bridge with water on both sides of you. And you come in the clubhouse, and in one glance you can see the boats in the distance. The whole marina is open before you because it gives you a wider perspective of the entire marina scene.
In 1999, the new West Coast Clubhouse was finally ready. The building was officially opened on the 17th of June 2000.
So Teng Chok came out and said a few kind words. We had a ball. It was a fulfillment of, I would say, at least 30 years of endeavor to get a clubhouse.
In the years that followed, the facilities at the marina and clubhouse were upgraded and enhanced.
And then you got Bicentennial next year. That's the biggest event. Any club can have it. And now RSYC is going to have it. 200 years. Amazing. And the club deserves it.
Beyond our 200 years, the club will continue to champion sea sports, foster inclusivity and community engagement, lead the way in environmental sustainability, and nurture the next generation to carry the club forward, celebrating 200 years and beyond.